Okay, so we were off, heading south from Cairns. We're going to do a 3-day trip down to Brisbane. First stop was Mission Beach, beautiful place, really worth that. It's a little bit out of the way, just off the main road, about 50 k's or so, but really worth the effort. It's just absolutely beautiful there. This is a little township, Mission Beach. That was awesome. Headed back out to the main road. And this is going through Cardwell. On our way heading south, where our mate Natural lives. Another really beautiful place. We kept heading south. Our goal for the day was we wanted to get down to a little coastal town called Bowen. It's just south of Townsville. We'll set us up for the next 2 days to try and get as close to Brisbane as we could. That's just the foreshore there. The next day we were hitting a few fires coming down through. Actually on the way to Mackay, we hit quite a few of them, and one of them was that one was on the right hand side of the road and the wind was blowing the other way. It wasn't too bad. We run into one after that was on the left hand side of the road, and smoke was blowing straight across the road, and it was just a total blackout. You couldn't see, you didn't know what to do, so we know we were going to stop. We thought, we've seen a couple of cars coming through in the other direction. I thought, they seem to be getting through there. It's probably not too big, not too bad. So we had to go at it anyway. And we shot through, and it was just it was pretty bad with the smoke. And there was flames like they're only about a metre high or something, but they're only about 2 metres away from the bike as well, from the edge of the road. So we got through there, and then we got down to Rockhampton. We called into the local Harley shop, picked up another sticker for my bike, Rolly Speed Shop. They helped us out. Went out on the Road King, coming through Mackay, and we can't get them going. so the weirdness continues. The fact that the fucking lights, all 3 headlights went out. We're in Rockhampton now. We've been down the Harley shop, and we've tested the fuses, we've tested the relays, we've tested as much as we can, and for some reason the headlights don't want to fucking work anymore. The fucking Road King is still doing trippy shit, and well, it changes our day, it changes everything, it's the butterfly effect. One little change, and we decided in Mackay that we wouldn't fix it there, we'd carry on to Rockhampton and fix it there, and we managed to get through some bushfires that were going fucking off their heads, and now they've blocked off the road and there's fire engines everywhere and you can't even get through. So we managed to get through, and so it kind of saved our ass, really. They're great guys, Rockhampton, Harley Davidson, can't say enough about them. They gave us heaps of help, tested everything they could on the bike, and they never charged us or nothing. We actually went back the next morning and bought a couple of t-shirts and stuff on them, so we spent some money there because they're just really good, genuine people. It was a great Harley shop. Now we got down to Gympie the next day, and a couple of mates rode up from Brisbane to meet us up there and ride the last couple of hours to down to the Sunshine Coast anyway with us. I'll just big shout out to a mate of mine, Barry, that we dropped in to see at Early Beach as well. Another one that we caught up with along the way after our night in Bowen. Owen and I go up to the Gold Coast in Brisbane every year in June. It's the first weekend in July normally, around, or the closest weekend to the 9th. The Winter Nationals drag races are on at Willowbank, and there's a big rock and roll hot rod show in Coolangatta that goes for a whole week. It's really big on the same weekend. Everyone dresses up in rock and roll gear and goes off the grid. It's great, and some really amazing looking cars and bikes there to see as well. And just the last couple of years up on the Sunshine Coast, they've started one in competition with them up there. It's called Beach Fest, so it's another hot rod and bike show up there. It's just a fantastic weekend to go up there, and I've been doing it for 7 years, and Owen's been coming up with me for the last couple of years. We just do the big trip up there, a couple of days up, ride around with the guys up there and see everything for a couple of days, and then do a couple of days home, depending on the weather. Sometimes it rains, sometimes it's nice. But after going down the highway we got Sunshine Coast. We hung it right and went into Palmwood. It's one of our favourite hangouts, a place called Rick's Garage, which is it's an awesome place, really friendly, and it's a bit of a drop-in point for a lot of people. They do up cars and bikes out the back, and they have these amazing hamburgers. And we caught up with another good mate, Murray, there, and had a good catch up before we headed a little bit further down to Woodford. Stayed with another couple of friends, Dave and Helen. They've got a property out in the middle of nowhere. And we got off to spend a night with them when we were up for the winter nats. And the next day, the next episode, we catch us in Brisbane, down the Gold Coast, and we catch up with a whole lot of old buzzards and spend the weekend riding around the hills and checking the place out. It was a really fantastic weekend, and got a bit of a group of us together, which is really good. So don't forget to subscribe to us, give us a hoy on YouTube, and help us out. And tune in next episode when we're riding around with all the old buzzards in Brisbane and down the Gold Coast. But this is here, Rick's Garage. Definitely a must stop in place when you're up around Brisbane and the Sunshine Coast.